All right.
Somehow in my head, Italy just turned into the leg lamp from A Christmas Story. Welcome to amorephillyunion, where sometimes we just need to take a break. We are your hosts. I'm C.
I'm E.
And I'm Paul.
So
We're on a break.
no, it's nothing serious, guys. Nothing serious. Uh, we haven't gotten tired of each other yet. Well, actually, I
Just like
shouldn't speak for the other
Europe,
two.
sometimes we need to take time off in August.
Yeah,
That's
there you
right.
go.
That's right. So, this is going to be our last pod for about 2 weeks. Might as well, we were going to talk about this at the end, but might as well just get it out of the way up front.
Sure.
Just due to scheduling, various people being in and out and not necessarily wanting or being able to
Trying to
take microphones and such with them, where they're going. So,
squeeze in that last bit of summer.
yeah,
Yeah.
before we're back to I don't know, back to
Where
the
we're
Back
old
to
going,
the salt
house. I
mines.
don't know.
we're not taking microphones.
That's right. That's nicely
There we go.
done. That's it right there. So we will be back the last week of August, I think is what we're looking
Yeah.
at. So just before Labor Day. So stay tuned. We'll try to stay active on the socials as best as possible. But yeah. So our little summer break. Hope you're having a summer break of some kind too, or did have one
Mhm.
or will have one. But yeah, so be back in a few weeks. But before we go, we have a couple things to talk about. So this past weekend, had a lovely friendly against apparently Philly's sister city. I had never heard of this before. They were saying it was the Battle of the
Frankfurt?
Sister Cities. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they called it.
Well,
That's first for me, but okay. I mean, all I know is the Swedish origins of Philly, not, I mean, of course, there's Pennsylvania Germans, let's be real, um, but yeah, so Union versus Eintracht Frankfurt, home of one Paxton Aronson. And yeah, I'll be honest, I don't think any of us were super invested in this game.
No.
You know, I think we checked in on it more than we
Yeah.
than we fully monitored it, but did see that lovely run from Donovan, and good for him.
And that pass was that from Ali? Is that who fed him that really nice?
Well, he actually made a lot of this happen because he got the ball with most of the other half, most of the attacking half to make his way through.
So, and yeah, good old Damiani. Guess it just doesn't have to be a game that counts. So,
I
but
mean, has Kevin scored even a game that doesn't count? No. So
no, to be fair, no. And now a Union too, he's scored a
well,
bunch,
yeah,
but
sure.
but not for the, I don't know. Would you say the main team? I'm not sure what the
Yeah, I don't
proper
think he scored for
uninsulting term is, because I don't mean to be
Union Prime,
rude. Yeah.
Union Alpha.
Yes. So there was a cute video right after the game, where, Paxton was sort of saying hi to the fans.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Union, and Ali runs up behind him and just kind of sticks his head and he says, "He's still a dupe," and then runs out of frame. He is such a goofball. I can't. But so that was fun. But yeah, it was kind of all-star game rules in the sense of everybody seemed
Yeah.
to get a chance. Even the much maligned Semla got in, and as
Good
Paul
old
pointed
Semla.
out, only keeper to keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
So good for him.
Yeah.
But
So real quick, just looking it
mhm.
up here on Wikipedia. So
Yes.
all things taken with a heavy grain of salt.
Yes.
According to Wikipedia, there are 10 sister cities of Philadelphia.
Ooh, what do we got?
Everybody wants to be
So
our sister.
do are they listed by country?
I do see them. I mean, they're listed alphabetical, but I do see the country
Let's
assigned to
see.
them. So yes,
So is there, so I guess there's one in England.
no, actually there
Huh?
isn't. There's
So
obviously
Interesting.
Frankfurt in Germany is listed. There's two in Italy, one in
Oh, wow.
France, one in Cameroon, one in South
Cameroon.
Korea, one in Russia, one in Israel, one in China, and one in Poland.
so this could be fun. Like I'm trying to
Hey.
think like trying to think of a city in these respective countries that feels what I would think would like be most resemble the Philly characteristics. So like for example, in Italy, one guess I would have is Milan. It's a total guess just because I remember hearing a story about one of the Milan team's fans stabbing other fans in the butt during games. So I was like, that feels kind of Philly. Um, but
It happened in Rome too,
Torino
because
would be
that's
another
why
guess.
Torino was my guess. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's kind of a it's a working city. Are we
It's
anywhere close?
actually, if you want me, I can give you
Yeah.
one of, well, there's two of them, like I said, in Italy, and neither of them are the ones you mentioned. One I don't really know much about, Abruzzo,
Oh,
Abruzzo.
Abruzzo.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
and the other one is Florence.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
that one kind of surprised me.
high
Abruzzo,
culture and art. Yeah, that I think
Yeah,
that
sure.
yeah, Abruzzo apparently is on the eastern ocean side of
Mm,
Italy, and I'm pretty sure Florence is in the north, if I remember correctly.
I thought Florence is more in the midsection. I thought it was more like along the shin. Uh,
It's probably, I mean, depending on how far up you think the boot of Italy goes on a human leg, it's actually fairly north.
it's
It's not in the Alps, but it's fairly north in
okay. It's
Italy.
tastefully above the knee.
It's
has
exactly right. If you
some
consider that there's a knee in the boot of Italy, it is above the knee.
Nice. All right.
somehow in my head, Italy just turned into the leg lamp from A Christmas Story.
Oh man,
Fragile.
fragile.
Yeah.
Oh God.
All
But
Interesting.
right.
other of the rest of them, I mean, you could probably guess a city in Israel and might have a pretty decent
I
shot at
mean,
picking
Tel
that
Aviv.
one. What was
Uh,
that?
I said Tel
He said Tel
Aviv, but
Aviv.
um,
Yeah,
gosh.
that is the
Okay.
Israeli sister city.
Wow.
I don't think you'd get Aix-en-Provence in Italy or in France.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
actually my guess.
Um, it's not one of the two main cities in South Korea, but Incheon is a fairly well-known city. And the others I really don't know, but I thought
Hmm.
that's kind of neat
Cool.
that there are apparently, at least according to Wikipedia, 10 sister cities, and yes, Frankfurt is one of them.
Nice.
That's
Which
pretty cool. I
I
had
think,
no idea.
that and $5 will get you a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
Yeah, well, Wait, so no Sweden?
Yeah, no Sweden. But
That's
there,
kind of
Wow.
surprising.
That is
yeah,
surprising.
Huh.
Should look into what the rules are for establishing sister cities.
Yeah, really.
You know,
Not sure how that works.
apparently there's a sister cities organization.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Let's get back to talking about the
Yeah,
game.
but we learned something today.
And not just that, Paxton still remembers his time here in the Union, and
Yeah, right.
Ali still likes to photobomb.
Yeah.
Oh, he absolutely does.
So yeah, I mean, as for a game that wasn't really blipping too much on our radar, I was happy with the 2-2 draw, we had various electronic devices running and I saw that, Frankfurt scored first and I'm like, well, it's just a friendly, it doesn't matter. So, I was happy to see a 2-2 draw. It's good to see our Drexel Dragon scoring and,
Hmm.
you know, hopefully this is priming the pump a little bit more for Damiani as well,
Absolutely.
you know.
Hmm.
And it seemed like, they took it to heart that it was a friendly, so let's go play some fun attacking soccer and score some
Hmm.
goals. And,
Yeah.
Hmm.
it did from the reports I read, it seems like it was spirited but not antagonistic,
Yeah.
and that the teams had fun with it.
So Pep Guardiola wouldn't have been too upset with this game.
Oh. not get me started on Pep. And if anybody remembers World Cups of years past, I, I was interested to see that I'm gonna say it wrong, but Mario Götze?
Yeah, good enough.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, Probably wrong, but sounded impressive. Was on this team. He was on the World Cup squad in, would that have been about
Gosh, it's a
2014?
it's an iteration or two ago. Yeah.
It's maybe 2014,
Yeah.
2018, maybe both, honestly. Am I getting the years right? Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, it sounds good.
Sounds right.
I
Sounds
can't
right.
believe
Yeah, so which we used to um my friend and I who were following World Cup were not huge fans of his. He just seemed kind of whiny back in the day. But good to see him playing.
yeah.
I
You
don't have
can
any beef with him.
you can ask Jillian from the one team we agree on with her 1,000+ day streak, Duolingo streak
That's
with
right.
Duolingo, if you're pronouncing it correctly.
That's right. Shout out to one team we agree on and Duolingo. Um,
This episode brought to you by Duolingo.
We wish.
Yeah, we wish. Yeah.
If you guys want, feel
Yeah,
free to
right.
reach out.
yeah,
I,
really.
I don't mind getting a little green plushie.
You got 2 out of 3 long time
Long time listeners, first time
first
callers.
time callers, yeah.
Yeah.
One much longer than the other, but
Yeah.
that's not me. But yeah, so bigger news today, I would
Yes.
say.
Beep, 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 beep.
Doop. Milan Iloski, which I'm putting a little sauce on, probably shouldn't
Yeah.
because he's American.
It's from like Southern California.
Right. So but why not? Hey, you can
Yeah.
have a little something on that. But anyway,
I'm just
signed
envisioning that
this.
that Californian sketch from Saturday Night Live with
Oh,
Bill
jeez.
Hader and Fred Armisen and Kristen Wiig. So how would they say it? But go ahead, Krista. You got more important things to talk
Good
about. I'm
Lord.
just being an
Do
idiot.
I? No, but so hey, guys, we signed a striker.
Yay.
We are getting
Yay.
so top heavy.
I mean, in theory, so like I don't know. So Paul has done a little more recon on this of the three of us, I would say. So I kind of want to take it away from you, Paul, if you wanted to do any. Um,
No, I mean, I'm happy to share because all I'm doing is just doing some, reading through some of the articles and
mhm.
such. But apparently, Iloski was on loan to San Diego. Sounds like the move there was, profitable for both player and team, and they were looking to make it happen. And some sort of negotiations fell through. So San Diego actually terminated his loan early. He was on his way
Yikes.
back to Denmark, and looking around the league. Apparently, I guess he hooked up with somebody in Philadelphia, and they took a look at what they saw, and what was it? 14 games, 10
Yes,
goals, four
sir.
of
Hmm.
them in one game in
Yep.
12 minutes. The Union were like, "Yeah, we think we can make something happen there," and they ended up making a permanent transfer move for Iloski. They did have to play in the MLS funny money, random
Oh,
weird
jam. No.
order situation where
Yeah.
there's a waiver order, and apparently they had to swap spots with Montreal, so they had to pay Montreal in 2025 and 2026 GAM. It's $100,000 in 2025 GAM and up to $150,000 in 2026 GAM. And then I guess there's some sort of a transfer fee that's going to Denmark. And I'm going to say Denmark because the name of the town or name of the club in Denmark is FC Nordjylland or something like that. And
Hmm.
I'm afraid of terribly insulting or any Danish listeners that might come in. Um, so Union had to pay some money to Montreal. They have to pay, I'm sure, some to the team in Denmark. But yeah, they ended up with a proven MLS goal scorer,
Yeah.
and that could be good for a big push later down the rest of this run of the season.
So I've seen I was looking at the comments today on the post, the announcement, and it was a lot of yay, oh my gosh, we are so powerful now, blah blah blah. And then there's
I'm sure
also,
totally well measured responses to.
Yes.
I mean, completely rational. Nothing, no exaggeration, no hyperbole, nothing. But then there was also sort of an undercurrent of waiting for Baribo transfer announcement in 3, 2, 1, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Um, or, are they gonna get rid of this person, or Ura's out of contract at the end of the year, which I'm not sure if that's true. That was just something I read. I didn't follow up on it. I read it between, like, doing my job. So I didn't have time to check on it. So but things like that. So I guess in a general way, regardless of who it is, do you think that now this is going to be
Does this signal the end
competition?
of one of the Union strikers'
Yeah,
runs
Yeah,
with the
right.
club?
or maybe not immediately, but maybe now is this like a horse race to see what the best, I mean, it's always a best combo kind of situation, right? But
The short answer, in my opinion, I think it's a yes. It's a
mhm,
somebody's leaving.
Yeah.
When and how and for how much remains to be seen. But I definitely think that they're tooling up for a postseason run. So I
mhm,
don't think they're in a hurry to
mhm,
offload any of the strikers and
mhm,
any of the players. It looks like the David Vasquez the deal to San Diego was making a roster space available,
mhm,
getting a little bit of GAM to help pay for this deal with a lot for
mhm,
Iloski, and maybe soothing some possible ruffled feathers with San Diego since they
mhm,
sent Vasquez to San Diego and picked up Iloski after it fell apart with making a deal there. There's certainly some political machinations happening, but yeah,
mhm,
I would say if Volosky does prove to be worth keeping around, and they have contract through 2027 with an option for 2028 on him. He's 28 years old or 26 years old, so he's right in the prime years of his career.
Hmm.
But he also hasn't. It's not like he's coming from EPL. He came from the
mhm,
Danish league. No offense to the Danes, but it's not one of the top leagues there. Top three leagues in Europe. It's a good solid league. We'll have to see what he does. And could it be that they're making plans for when Aura's uh, contract runs out? Sure. Could it be that they're entertaining offers on Baribo and they might pull a you know transfer him like they did with Carranza a couple of years back? Yeah, those are both possible. I don't know. I don't have a feeling one way or the other on which is more possible, but I do think Olaski is tooling up for an end of, a postseason run and planning for the future.
So question, just clarification. So it was time to make a decision on whether he was staying or not at San Diego. And from what we can infer, it sounds like they weren't willing to give him what he wanted to be getting. Is that sort of
It
what's happening?
just the one article or one piece that I read said something about negotiations broke down.
Just broke down. Okay,
Hmm.
I
because we
don't
don't
know if
really
it
know.
was between the two clubs or if it was between the player and the club.
Yeah, no, I understand. Okay. I was just curious because if he was doing that well, I'm like, why not give him what he wants, y'all? But
Pay this man his money.
I
Yes.
mean, especially since he's from the area and everything, that's always a nice plus.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, he was a local boy, right? Southern California.
yeah, it's odd. It's just odd. So I hope, I'm not sure what that means. Maybe nothing, probably nothing. But I had a question. So if somebody eventually has to go,
Who is it?
who would you be least like one of our strikers or semi-strikers?
And I'm assuming we're talking of the front three, Damiani,
Mm,
Baribo, and Aura, not Donovan and Anderson.
you can throw them in if you want. Here's my question, and you decide who you want to be. My question is, who would you be least upset to see go? And with all due respect, knowing that they can all run circles around us,
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, yeah.
right?
There's like kind of two answers to this question to some degree. I'm stretching it out a little bit. Like, who do I want if there has to go, and who do I think it'll be?
Well, I'm saying who would you be least upset?
Who would I
So
be?
you
Okay.
or you can answer that way
Yeah.
if you want to.
Well, I'll go first, just and then I'll go first, and then Paul can just agree. Um, it's
What are you saying?
Spoken like brothers. Go on.
age before beauty here.
That's an interesting point, Eric, but I'm going to tell you now why you're wrong.
You should just go ahead and list your reasons, and then I volunteer my answer. I'm like, God damn it, he's right. He's calling his shot, folks. He's calling it. Um, who would I see? This is for me. It's kind of like this is a heart versus head question. Like heart. I like him as a player. There's really no strikes against him other than he's just not the price per goal is too high. If they swapped out Damiani, if Iloski really is this prolific of a scorer and they swapped him uh
Right.
Damiani for him, I mean I'd be a little bummed because I think Damiani does have the potential. I
Hmm.
just don't know why he can't find the back of the net.
Hmm.
Um
So is this Damian? This is Damiani's first season
yeah,
with,
Yes.
right. Because we got him during the off season.
yeah.
That was
Yep.
the big media buzz, right? That we actually spent some money.
I think
But who do I think? Yeah.
Least upset. Least upset to
so.
see go.
Least upset would be Marcus Anderson
Yeah.
Okay.
because it'd be,
Interesting.
hey, we hardly knew you.
Yeah.
You know, I think that Marcus Anderson has a higher upside than Chris Donovan, but Donovan has certain skills that allow him to help get very fortunate goals.
Certain set of
As
skills.
you know, uh,
This is the Drexel Old Boys Network talking right here.
Yeah, right.
but at the same time, Donovan can certainly, he doesn't score that much. Is he at his is he already
Mm.
reached his peak at this point?
Hmm.
Like, is he is a 15-minute substitute in MLS. No
Hmm.
shade on that. I
No.
certainly would love to have reached that point, but
Right.
I never going to. But I could see this as them expecting either to get a crazy transfer offer, on undeniable transfer offer for Baribo,
Mm.
and looking
Yeah.
for a third, another
Hmm.
person to battle for that third striker spot between Damiani and Ora.
Hmm.
Uh, or maybe planning for Ora not to take the option on Ora's contract if they have one, and going forward with Damiani and Baribo, and for all we know, Iloski is the next Baribo who is, just waiting for an opportunity to get into the starting lineup and explode.
Hmm.
So, to answer C's original question, out of those four for five, who would I be least upset to lose? It would be Marcus Anderson, just
Yeah.
because I hardly know
Mm.
him. I think his ceiling is higher than Donovan's, but Donovan appears to have a certain play in the roster that Anderson doesn't have.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I think for me it would actually be Donovan. So we can
Hmm.
finally stop talking about Drexel. No, that's just a joke. But no, I think I like Marcus Anderson, definitely unproven, so it is a little bit more of the wild card. But I saw somebody made the comment, I don't know if it was just a comment on a post by just a, regular person like us, or if it was an actual commentator who, well, they're just like us too, really. But that they thought Donovan could be a great player on a USL team, but he's not going to be a
Mm.
I
great
think I
player
think Jillian
on.
has said that in pretty much every
Honestly,
podcast that
Oh
they
yeah.
talk
maybe
about
it was
him.
Jillian. Maybe it was Jillian. Maybe that's where
Yeah.
I know I'm fully know I'm stealing it from somebody. But
That's great
I
artists do.
yeah, well, it's just I don't know, but you're right. I mean that's it's taking a gamble because Anderson is the bit of an unproven quality
Yep.
to him.
He,
So
He's getting time with Union too and doing well down there.
Yeah, but DN2 can be a very different beast in some ways, so
Yep.
I guess we'll definitely see. I do wonder, I mean, transitioning a little bit, sort of like you were saying, with Baribo. We've been seeing smoke, but no fire from the sources we actually trust. It's just been a lot of rumblings.
Yeah.
Not to say I know some of the people we do trust have repeated it as rumor, but like no confirmations from like the Tom Bogerts of the world and that kind
Hmm.
of thing. Um, so I'm just
Well, what
wondering though,
would you
sometimes when
think?
there's smoke, there's fire. So
I mean, none of us are transfer experts,
no.
but Baribo being as hot as he is right now, how big of an offer would have to come in to make the union say, okay, we'll transfer him? I mean, they transferred Gazdag out for $4.5 million. You know,
Yeah.
they brought
That's
Damiani in for 3.5. They brought Ora in a couple of years back for I can't remember if he was 2.1 or 2.4 or 3 point something. So they never really gambled in that, dabble in a very high amount. But Baribo is up there in the top scorers for MLS so far this season. He's
hmm
certainly showing no signs of slowing down.
hmm
He's got the goal in in the All-Star game. He won the All-Star game MVP. I
hmm
mean, would $7 to $10 million break him loose from the Union? I kind of wonder if it would.
Oh, what, $7 to $10 million? Are you kidding? I mean, yeah, absolutely. That would be ridiculous because um I mean, it would definitely fill Sugarman's money vault of coins so he can safely dive into it.
I just visit this. Yeah, he totally Scrooge McDucks it when he goes home.
Yes, we were joking about that before we started recording.
Yeah.
But
Do
like
do 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 do.
DuckTales reference. Holy cow. I think I actually need a drink now.
oh, but 7 to 10 million just sounds like Fantasyland, doesn't it?
Strikers go for a lot.
I
Yeah,
know,
right.
but for it, not Union strikers,
I mean, even
typically.
Carranza went for what, four, three, four, maybe?
Do you know, I honestly
I
don't
honestly don't
remember.
remember either. So
But
I'm just pulling a number out of there. But yeah, I mean, like if the right team came in and Baribo was okay going to them and they offered $7 million for him, I mean, my question would be like, well, when are the Union going to spend some of that money and bring somebody in? Because if they're seriously trying to win, an MLS Cup, they're going to need firepower. Even if they're going to try to just concentrate on the supporter shield, they're going to need firepower and somebody who can score immediately when they come into the league. Because a lot of times, players that transfer into the league take a season to get accustomed to the league because it is different than
Yeah.
others.
yeah,
When does
S-
the trade window close?
August 21st.
August 1st. So we're about what 2 weeks out roughly.
Yeah,
A
roughly
little
a
bit
little
more.
more.
I don't know. I'm putting on some rose-colored glasses. I think I don't know if yeah if nice Paul if Baribo got an offer, I think I guess they could do this, right? One, I think it would have to be a lot of money. It would
Hmm.
have to be a lot because I would
Beep,
hope this
beep,
stage of the
beep.
season,
Back that
Yeah.
truck up.
yeah, we're talking Jerry Maguire level, and I think this late in the season, we're in first place. The target's on our back. We really have a shot to just, I mean, at this point, Triple Crown is still a possibility. We can win Supporters Shield, we can win US Cup, we could win MLS Cup. I would hope front office, Sugarman, Tanner are like, we got to keep Baribo. Like, if we were to trade him now, it would be too big of a shock to our system. I don't know. I could be wrong. So I don't know if there's a way they can make a deal and then whoever is getting them gets them at the end of our season, like a delayed transfer. But
Hmm. Why
out of
trade somebody regardless of the money? I mean, I guess that's I've just answered my own question, but I'm gonna say anyway, regardless of the money, why trade him and then try to find him again?
Right.
yeah, we got our guy. We got our guy, you know?
Yeah, okay,
And
so they want to give us this, let's just say 7 to 10 million
yeah,
for funsies. Like, so then we're gonna use that 7 to 10 million to try to find another Baribo,
yeah,
or you know, something very, very similar. We're damn lucky to have him. I mean,
yeah,
because we had him for what, a year before, or almost before we actually started playing him in a regular way, and it was like, oh, hey, guess what? He's good.
Yep.
And I mean, we're lucky he stuck around. We're lucky we still have him. I don't know. It seems like there's a point where it's like, oh, we can get a bunch of money for him. It's like, yeah, but you're just gonna have to go looking for something like
yeah.
that again. And why not? Why not for a minute have a deep bench? Why not? Let's do it.
Well, one thing that
So I mean, we're
worries,
talking. I'm sorry. I'm getting myself all upset about it as if we know some transfers coming, and
yeah.
it's actually we don't. So I'll stand down on that.
Well,
But
it's like Iloski's only there's only a 2 years difference. He's kind of in the same age bracket as Baribo,
mm,
which makes me worry because it's like if it's like we get a cheap Baribo and we'll sell the expensive model, um,
mm,
that or is the old man up front. He's 30, unless they're thinking Iloski's gonna move into his spot, which could be interesting in the sense of having Baribo and Iloski and then Damiani on his sideline taking notes on how to score. Um, but no, I like Damiani. That
no,
was a low shot. I apologize.
we've all
Yeah,
acknowledged that this is
yeah.
just yeah.
I only say that because
Um,
I want the guy to score.
I
Um,
know we all do.
I have no idea. I
So
got a
let's
bad
do it
feeling.
this way
Yeah,
instead. Instead of talking about what could happen or
yeah,
what the union might choose to happen, let's talk to Baribo. You're like, Ty,
yeah.
regardless of whatever else is going on, you have an opportunity here. In one season, right now, the Union are playing, the team's gelling better than it has any right to anybody had any right to expect this season.
True. Very true.
That you're currently in a team that is the top of the Eastern Conference,
Yep.
top of the Supporter Shield standings,
Yep.
in pole position to have home field advantage throughout the MLS Cup playoffs.
Yep.
Stick around, see what you can do, make the case that this is the best Philadelphia Union team in history,
Yeah.
and help us
Yeah.
win that silverware, win the Open Cup, win the Supporters Shield, win MLS Cup. Any one, two, or three of those would be amazing. Could you imagine bringing a treble to this team and then where you could have your opportunities to go?
Mm,
Stick around, and
mm-hmm,
we'd love to find out.
mm-hmm.
I think when I edit this, I'm gonna put some like cinematic award-winning music behind, you know,
We've
something
played
like
this game 10 times. They might win eight, but not tonight.
I don't know, like cue like the soundtrack from
Oh,
I don't know, pick your favorite sports movie. Um,
oh, I assumed you would go with Hans Zimmer of
yeah,
some
well,
kind.
yeah, he's yeah, positive really, it's kind of like just just for once, let's just make some history for
Let's
the
let it
whole
ride.
team,
Mm-hmm.
the whole city, the whole
Yeah.
area. Let's do it.
So
Um,
Union fans, let's start a hashtag for "Let It Ride" or
yeah,
something like that to try to convince Baribo and the team to stick it out for the end of
yeah,
the season and
Mm-hmm.
see what we can do. Let it ride.
yeah.
I don't want summer to end, but I really want August 21st to
I agree.
go past us pretty quickly.
We should just put that on our socials, just like every day, 14 more days until the transfer window
Right?
closes.
You just got to
Yeah.
pull that prank like Jim from The Office did on Dwight when they convinced him that it was Friday and it was
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
actually Thursday.
right.
Just be like, "Oh yeah, Ernst, it's totally 20 August 22nd."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
Oh
right.
man.
Can you tell
Well,
there's not a whole lot else to talk about that we're
Yeah.
going this far into in
yeah,
depth?
Yeah,
it's
we
kind of a big deal though. I
it
mean,
It
is.
his
is.
he on paper he looks like a hot prospect. I mean,
Yeah.
like yeah, I mean, I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
And we've
What
been
I think
kind of
they're going
looking
to
for a
do is they're
striker
going to
for a
run
while.
him out in the U.S. Open Cup when they play against
Interesting.
Red Bull next
Oh,
week.
that could be interesting.
Hmm.
See how he gels in that.
Pulaski.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
Yeah, yeah,
Iloski.
yeah,
Hmm.
See what he can do. I mean, he won't play the whole game unless the Union are up, in the second half by
Hmm.
a comfortable margin. But I would expect that, he'll either start or he'll get significant sub time in the second half.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how many times I call him El Senior by accident.
He is. What did you say? He's like the Eastern European El Sino,
Yeah,
Olaski.
yeah.
By name only, though,
By
because he's
name
Oh,
from
by
only.
name only. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
he's a
yeah.
surfer boy from Southern California.
So there's a lot of games coming up.
There are
And
a lot of
so
games coming up.
pre-apologies, guys. We're gonna have to have one big Thunderdome of an episode when we come
In
back
a few weeks' time.
a few weeks' time. So the next game is this Saturday versus Toronto at home.
Hmm.
They are currently in 12th place with 3 losses in their last 5 games.
Yeah.
So seems like one that in theory we should be favored in.
Yep.
So and then um in some ways in my mind the biggie
Yeah.
Yes.
13th Open Cup versus Red Bulls. So you guys not you guys in the pod, but you listeners may remember that that was rained out by severe weather when I don't know earlier this summer. I don't remember
Some
exactly when it was
July.
supposed to be.
Early
It's
July.
sometime in July. What is time, really?
It's an
But yeah,
illusion.
it's a construct. Um, but August 13th, yeah. So that's be there, be square. Winner moves on, loser cries in their cheesesteak. Hopefully not. Um, but in their Coney Island hot dog.
There we go.
Um, and yeah, we're kind of really looking forward to that, kind of very nervous about that. I know our friend Mark, who's been on the pod, who's a New York Red Bulls fan, very much would like to win, because he says it's their only chance at anything this year.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I mean,
He's not wrong. And you might remember last time this was scheduled, it was the same situation, but
it's a
slightly
doubleheader.
reversed in that, yeah, doubleheader. Because on the
Home and home.
16th is us versus New York Red Bulls at Red Bulls. Last time it would have been at home,
Yep.
Yeah.
2 Red Bulls games in a row. So we 2 Red Bulls games again, just 2 different locations this time.
Hmm.
And then on the 23rd, it'll be Philadelphia versus Chicago at home, which is often chippy. We'll see how that goes.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll have to see if the animosity continues.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I like that. I kind of like that little.
I,
Uh,
I agree. It's fun to watch.
yeah,
It, it,
they're often fun.
it's that's
So,
a more organic rivalry than some of our other supposed
hmm
rivalries. But
hmm
It'll be interesting to see with Herber's not at Chicago anymore if it continues.
yeah,
hmm
I mean,
That's true.
we
Yeah,
have Jack Elliott there, and but
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
I agree. I think the Toronto game we should win it. I mean, I
Yep.
again put all this is all the various disclaimers, right? Woulda, shoulda, coulda, right? But we should win that one. It's home. Toronto's in 12th place. We should win it. That Open Cup game, my heart is hanging on that one. Um, I really want us to win that game, just to go for that triple crown. I'd take that. I would take winning that Open Cup game and losing the regular season Red Bulls game, 3 days later.
Same.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, hopefully not have to lose either of them, but yes.
yeah,
Yeah, I would love to say an Open Cup and make it
yeah.
to the final. I really would.
I
Um,
think the Union could win all four of these games.
No, they
I mean,
could.
mhm.
they playing well. They stay healthy. They have good defensive play. They absolutely have a shot at winning all of these.
Yeah,
I think they're going to try to come out and win at home to prep for the Red Bulls game, Open Cup. I think they'll try to win that one. I think that they'll probably end up losing in New York, and I think they'll probably end up drawing against Chicago.
Yeah.
So personally, I think they're going to finish with four points out of the three MLS games and advance to the next round in the Open Cup. That's my personal opinion on how
Yeah.
it rolls out.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the one question here is where, after all these games, where do you hope the Union is sitting? You know, I
Top
agree.
three in the East is my
Yep.
thought. I
Yep.
don't think they'll be in the top of the. I think that, there's too many teams that are too close to them in the standings for them to hold on to it.
Yeah.
But if they win all of them, hey, obviously they'll be right where they're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
want to see us still in the Open Cup,
mhm.
and I'd be happy with top three.
I'm glad that they're going in the Open Cup without having played a bunch of real games,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
Again, no disrespect to a friendly. There's nothing wrong with those, but they're lower stakes. So yeah, they'll have the game on Saturday, but um only that's it, and then Open Cup. So hopefully they'll still be a little on the fresh side.
Yeah.
Yep.
So okay, so when we come back, we'll have all that to talk about.
A
And
megasode.
yeah, it's megasode.
Not a minisode,
Um,
but a megasode.
so thank you guys for bearing with us through this little much needed break. It just makes sense for us. Hopefully it makes sense for you guys, and you're busy summering as well. Um, but we will be back just in a couple weeks. So okay, so with that, our website is amorephillyunion.com. You can send us questions or comments via email or on socials, especially Insta. That is where we hang out the
Yeah.
most.
And I think over
Um,
these next few weeks too, right? I think that's gonna be one of our main channels of communication with
yeah,
everybody.
yeah, for sure. So, and we, if you, we'll be sure to include any messages we get on the pod. Um, you can email us at pod@amorephillyunion.com. On Instagram, YouTube, Threads, and Bluesky, we are amorephillyunion. We also have a Spotify playlist that collects songs mostly from our Instagram posts, which are a little unhinged sometimes. It depends on the week, and depends on what time of day it is when I do it. Um, but also just songs that remind us of the Union. So check it out. It's a little all over the place, but in the best possible way. So it's our logo with musical notes.
That's kind of like the motto for this podcast.
A little unhinged in the best possible way.
Yeah, a little all over the place, but in the best
Hmm.
possible way.
There you go. And if you want some Amorphil Union swag, we have an online store now.
Yeah.
You can check out on our website, again, amorephillyunion.com, or also via our link tree in all of our socials. In the bios for all of our socials. Download and subscribe to our podcast wherever you get yours, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, etc., etc. We're everywhere. And while you're at it, please go show some love to one of our favorite forces for good in the world, the Philadelphia Union Foundation. Check them out at philadelphiaunionfoundation.org. So thanks everyone for tuning in for another episode of Amorephilly Union. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We are your hosts. I'm C.
I'm E.
And I'm Paul. Go the Union! Instead of talking about what could happen or
Yeah.
what the Union might choose to happen, let's talk to Baribo. You're like, Ty, regardless of whatever else is going on, you have an opportunity here. In one season, right now, the Union are playing, the team's gelling better than it has any right to it. Anybody had any right to expect this season.
True. Very true.
You're currently in a team that is top of the Eastern Conference, top of the Supporter Shield standings, in pole position to have home field advantage throughout the MLS Cup playoffs. Stick around, see what you can do, make the case that this is the best Philadelphia Union team in history and help us win.
Yeah.
Win that silverware, win the Open Cup, win the Supporter Shield, win MLS Cup. Any 1, 2, or 3 of those would be amazing. Could you imagine bringing a treble to this team? And then where you could have your opportunities to go? Stick around, and we'd love to find out.